Belief itself is the great sin.
How about if all members of a society share a belief, they are justified to hold that belief?
Oh, now we got justification in here. Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the key word here, I think. And
yeah,
we can use belief. We can substitute that with a conclusion they're convinced is accurate,
yeah. Or
maybe.
an assumption. If everybody shares an assumption,
Yeah, they're
everybody operates
justified.
on it. Well, as long as you're aware of the fact that this is an assumption, and that this is the one everybody seems to be using, and this is the one I was brought up with, and it seems to be working, but it's just an assumption. Again, the thing is this idea of this objective reality that somehow my belief or my assumption is really, really true.
Hmm.
And that's where I part company with it. But it may be reasonable if every single person you've ever met is operating on a particular assumption that that might be a pretty good assumption.
Would they be justified to hold that assumption?
Well, but they'd be equally justified to question it.
Hmm.
They could do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
Because once you realize that they're all just assumptions, I mean, a lot of assumptions, work pretty good. I assume that when I put the key in my ignition, my car is going to work. It does almost always.
Hmm.
It's a
That's
reason.
the pragmatic side of things.
Yeah. And then if it doesn't, well, then I call AAA.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because the way I see it is if if something is useful, that doesn't make it true.
No, it's just
And
useful.
a pragmatic person would disagree. Like their idea of truth is whatever works.
Are you back? Hello.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. You've cut out, and I've been clear all this time. I haven't dropped any of my talk, right? You've heard everything
Um,
except for that one time.
yeah, I haven't experienced you cutting out lately.
Okay. Just that one time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so I just lost 10 seconds of yours. That was the first time that you've dropped out. So
I wonder
whatever it
what
was you just
changed.
said, hmm?
I said, I wonder what changed.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I haven't touched anything. Uh, it may just be that God is toying with us. You know?
You mean Bob?
Bob, excuse me. Yes, God. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever you said, please repeat it.
I was talking about pragmatism, and I'm not convinced that if something works, that's what makes it true or real.
Mm.
But if somebody takes a pragmatic position, they might disagree with that.
Well, see, I don't think it makes any difference. It's just we're just talking about language here. If it works, it works. I can
Hmm.
say if it works, it's true. It's a different sentence, but it doesn't change anything. If it works, it works. Or if
Hmm.
it has worked up to now, I'm assuming it's going to work tomorrow, and I don't need to know whether it's true or not.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting too. It's like, how important is it for you for your conclusions to be accurate? And of course, we're invoking objective reality again, which
Well, it's important to me
I
that they
understand.
work. That's all. that it works.
Sorry, you cut out again.
Okay, it's just important to me that it works.
Hmm. Okay. So something is, if it works, that's more important than if it's accurate for you, in your view. Would
Yeah,
that
well,
be
inaccurate, you're using that as a synonym for true.
right?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say I don't care whether it's true. Accurate, that's a little bit different, but yeah, I'd say if it works in a given situation, if I'm trying to do something and I behave in a certain way and I get the results I want, I don't need to go any further than that.
Okay. So, uh, I find myself always um, using examples that have to do with like a religious context, only because I was raised in one, and that's like how I compare things a lot of the time.
What religion
So
were you raised in?
I was raised, my parents were Southern Baptist missionaries in Mexico City.
Holy shit. Okay. All right.
And after they split up, my dad converted to Judaism, which was part of his ancestry. So that's a whole other
That's a good
conversation.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is, if if you knew somebody that said that um believing that somebody rose from the dead works for them and helps their them behave in a more compassionate way, does that have anything to do with whether somebody actually rose from the dead?
No, I'd say, you could have all sorts of beliefs that have nothing to do with anything, but they may lead to your behaving properly or, in a benign way.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so something can work for somebody, but it not necessarily be factually accurate.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And it's more important, what I think I'm hearing you saying is it's more important for you for something to be working rather than it uh, holding a conclusion that is accurate. Like
Well, again,
that's
I don't accept the idea of objective reality as a given. So
yeah.
that's really off the table.
Okay. Yeah.
So all I've got then is, does it work? That's pretty much it.
Hmm.